About to get started here, towing the slab in today's game. Carlos Carrasco. What should we keep an eye on here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Bo Bichette up to the
Leading
dish.
Up tonight for Toronto, the shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Oh, he doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
On the ground, right side. Over to Goldie. Out. One out in the top of the first. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. Not a whole lot going their way offensively the last few games, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and that can put more pressure on the pitching staff to try to limit the opponent to just 1 or 2 runs a game, knowing that their offense is not scoring right now. And that never really works well because you try to be too fine and you end up giving up a lot of runs. So we'll see if everybody can just relax, bring things together, and perform at a level that they're capable of.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. On the ground to short, Volpe. Whips it across, out. And Guerrero is set down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. He swings and fouls one off.
Let's go, Yankees!
That misses the zone. And 1-1. That one pushed to the left and foul. 2 out, space is empty. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Blue Jays go down in order. And now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back now in the Bronx. Today's starting pitcher, Jose Barrios.
He really relies on working down in the zone with that heavy sinker he's got. You know, it's not as popular to throw that pitch today as it used to be because guys are looking to hit balls down in the zone, get them up in the air. It's very important for him when facing same-side hitters to be able to get it in, especially early in the count, and to opposite guys be able to throw it at that front hip and run it over the inside corner.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1. Foul ball there. Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Fights it off. He'll see another. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And a swing and a miss. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
It's a strikeout, but they'll be in good shape if they make their outs as difficult as that one. Those grinding ABs take a toll on a pitcher as the game goes on.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. And that one clips the corner. late with the swing there.
Well, as a hitter, you're hoping that the command on that sinker doesn't come until later in the ball game. But if that's how it's going to be all day, it's going to be a tough one for the offense.
1 out, bases empty. Breaking ball misses down and away. Liner snagged at first. As we take a look now at the New York Yankees lineup. Batting second, a really important guy for them, Aaron Judge.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Cody Bellinger stands in now and watches strike one. Two down, nobody on. That's outside, and it's 1-1. And there's a foul ball. That one inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Look out! And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Now it's Goldschmidt up to the plate. Pitch is in there. Strike one. Bellinger, the runner at first with 2.
Really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. 1 left for the Yankees. We played an inning, no score. Top of the second.
Leading
now
off
it's
for
the right
Toronto,
fielder,
the right
George
fielder,
Springer.
number 4, George Springer.
Carrasco back to work. And that is out of play. Swing and a high fly ball pulled foul, and that's out of play. Oh, and 2 now. And ball 1. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there, and he didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. No, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And there's the strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
Line drive. And that's just foul. Second inning here, no score. Ball 1 there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay. Misses.
Ball off the plate.
And now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
2-2. Stays alive. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Two outs. And
Ball,
that misses. No. And now it's even 1-1. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back at Yankee Stadium, Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
The second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Oh, great stop. Fires to first, and they get the out.
Batting 6th, the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Now it's the shortstop, Anthony Volpe.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, no strikes.
Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boogie's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
There's a strike. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Ball. 2-2.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that's a blue zone right there, or the cold zone on the hitting chart. Just doesn't have much success in that part of the strike zone. And a really good job of the pitcher executing. Try to go there as often as you can. The numbers are in your favor.
Here's the Yankees catcher now. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Kicks and deals. And that one fouled off.
Let's go, Yankees.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. He goes down looking. 1, 2, 3, go the Yankees. We'll move to the third with no score. New inning getting started. And here's the first baseman, Will Wagner.
Will Wagner.
Wagner bats left, throws right, 26 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Got him. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Fastball for a strike. Next offering is fouled back. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
And first offering is fouled off. Right through there for a strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle, and it's through for a hit. So the 2-out knock extends the inning and sends them back to the top of the order.
The batter, number 11.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Rolled out to second in his first at bat. Liner, base hit. Dominguez fires it in quickly. Runner puts on the brakes at second, so it's first and second with 2 out.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. That one missed. On a line out towards center. Drops into the glove, and that's the 3rd out. Blue Jays leave a pair, and we are still scoreless. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Jason Dominguez. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
0-1.
Inside. And that's ball 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Just missed. Next pitch just misses. Full count now.
Got a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting the call. He probably should have gotten it. He didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Pablo Reyes stands in. Now this is in the air down the line. Roden on his way over. Reaches for it, but it's foul. Still tied at 0. Last of the 3rd.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And
That's
now 1-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Well, that's great execution of the pitch right there, and the battery working together. Catcher does a nice job to present that to the umpire and get that called third strike.
So digging in, Ben Rice. He was a strikeout victim his first time. There's a strike. And a swing and a miss.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the second time today.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Back in the Bronx as we go to the top of the 4th. And the batter now, Andres Jimenez.
Come on, New York.
First
No.
pitch just misses.
1 ball. No strikes.
And that one upstairs. That one fouled off. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, he hadn't seen that changeup the entire at bat until that put-away pitch, and it's pretty tough to deal with as a hitter. You're up there battling, trying to read and react with 2 strikes, and then all of a sudden the pitch comes out of nowhere, and it's a good changeup. It's just almost impossible to hit it when you haven't seen it.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. He's 0 for 1.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
No balls. 1 strike.
Fourth inning underway. No score. Next
Ball,
offering
that's
is
down.
downstairs. Outside.
2 balls. 1 strike.
One down, base is empty. On the ground to the left. And foul ball. And there's a ball.
Full count.
Rips one to left. That's a base hit. So he ends up with a hit after seeing a lot of pitches. That was a good at bat.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Carrasco will move to first.
He's safe.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Judge has it sized up, nabs it, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Allen.
Allen Roden digs in now. And that one is lifted in the air. Dominguez snags it, and that is that. Blue Jays held in check. Still no score. Back for more from the Bronx. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate.
Judge.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
1-1.
Next offering way off the plate.
Well, in terms of hitting rocket home runs, Judge is near the top of that list. Only Giancarlo Stanton has hit more with greater exit velocity than Judge. Look out, though. Shohei is quickly climbing those charts.
Wagner takes it himself, and a
Now
quick out
batting,
number 1.
the center
Oh, he's
fielder,
doing a nice
Cody
job of keeping the ball out of the air.
Bellinger.
Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
1 down. There comes Cody Bellinger. That's down and in.
1-0.
The Yankees hitless so far in the game. And there's a base hit, and they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come
Now
out of the
batting,
struggle.
the
We
first
saw the
baseman,
numbers coming into the ball game, but all
Goldschmidt.
he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. Struck out swinging his first time. Bellinger goes. Pitch in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal the base. Ball's not carrying, no home runs so far, so trying to manufacture some offense like this may be the way to go.
Strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Man at second. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. And that's downstairs and outside.
You know, we used to say, if you're scared, get a dog. Throw the fastball, man.
If you're scared,
get a dog, man. Just get a dog.
That one missed. Jazz Chisholm Jr. in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So Goldie strikes out here.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
And next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 0 for 1 so far. That misses, and that is ball 1. Bellinger at second with 2 down. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Here comes the throw, but it's offline. He will score.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1.
One run across in the frame so far. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Foul ball. Two outs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
And now it's going to be number 25. That one out to right, and that is Springer. And that is the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back in New York, top 5, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Will Wagner.
Let's go, Yankees!
Carrasco back to work. Strike one.
Well, these Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Foul ball!
On the ground, Volpe fires to first on the run, and it beats him. What a play.
The batter, the third baseman, Ernie Clement.
Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. Struck out swinging his first time. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Blue Jays down a run. And that's way high. And that's ball 2.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
One down, base is empty.
Ball
Just misses. And that's ball 3.
Full count.
And a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
And now the center fielder, Nathan Lucas. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
Fouled off. He was late.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Way inside.
Straighten him up a little
1
bit.
ball, 2 strikes.
Clement leads off first with one away.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
And a swing and a miss. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
And now Mlb 1 for 2. And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Lifted in the air out to left. Dominguez. And that is that. One left for Toronto. They trail here 1-0. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jason Dominguez. First pitch misses. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The next offering misses. Ball 2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And up next for New York, Pablo Reyes. Struck out looking at his first at bat. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. Has room, and he makes the catch.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Rice in now, takes ball 1 off the plate.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And a foul ball. Checks his swing. Appeal down to third. And he won around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. Yanks held in check, but they're on top 1-0. Back in the Bronx. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now to the plate. Here's the Toronto DH, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Fastball for a strike. This to third. In plenty of time to first. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Now batting, second baseman,
Andres Jimenez. Next up for the Blue Jays, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Yeah, that's fouled off. Jimenez in his 5th season, 26 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. Next one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
In the air to left center, Dominguez sizing this one up. He's got it. 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Springer stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
And they'll do it again. The Jays down by a run, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And a slider misses down and away. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. And down on strikes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1, 2, 3. Making 6 shutout innings for him out there now. Yankees 1 and the Jays nothing. Bottom of the 6th. Now the number 2 hitter, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that Bo Jackson hit 3 homers in his first 3 plate appearances and then hurt his shoulder diving for Deion Sanders inside the park home run. That's probably the most memorable game that I ever attended as a fan at Old Yankee Stadium. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Outside, 3-2 now.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
The kick, the 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
The center fielder, number 35.
Bellinger up to hit.
Cody Bellinger.
He's got an MVP and a Rookie of the Year under his belt. And a guy who's played every day as a first baseman, every day as a right fielder, every day as a center fielder. And a foul ball. Nobody out, runner at first.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Got him. And he keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11. Paul Goldschmidt now 0 for 2 in this one. And that one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Check swing, called strike. Activity in the bullpen. Jimmy Garcia getting ready to go. Rodriguez also throwing. Man at first, 1 away. outside corner. Got him looking.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Ripped to third. They get the force. That is the inning. The Yanks lead one. They lead it 1-0.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Ryan Yarbrough.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off for Toronto.
Well, one-run game. Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. There's the strike at the knees.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone.
That one found hard the other way. Looking to get the tying run on base. Popped up left side. Volpe pulls it down and he makes the catch. One up, one down.
The batter, the left fielder, Alan Roden.
So up next for Toronto, Alan Roden.
You know, this is kind of a tough matchup as a left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. What you tell yourself is, I want to stay square to the plate, try to hit the ball over the shortstop's head.
Close, but called the ball. Ball one.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
That one ripped. Bellinger makes the grab for the second out.
Man, that's so frustrating. You hit the ball hard. You understand the situation. You want to get on base and try to score that tying run, but no reward right there, and just going to have to sit on it.
Wagner stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
No
Activity
strike.
in the bullpen for the Yankees. Tyler Matzik up and loosening in the pen. Cruz getting cranked up as well. Gets him to chase after that one.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 1-2. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. That misses the zone, and it's 2-2. And that's outside. Ernie Clement in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 2 outs. And the tying run is on base.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Ernie.
And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement.
Right now, they're looking for something hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first. Well, in this situation, the hitter knows that he's got to find a pitch that he can drive in order to drive in that tying run all the way from first base. So if he can't do that, keep the line moving through a walk or just a base hit. But you got to stay within yourself.
2-0 to count.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
2 balls.
Wagner off of first with 2 away. That one almost got him.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Nathan Lucas.
So the tying run in scoring position now. Nathan Lucas getting ready to hit. And fouled off. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Pitch misses there. Going to count 1-2. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one's deep. And he misses it. It drops in. 1 run's in. Now the 2nd run is in. And they take the lead in the 7th.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ryan Yarbrough done for the night, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching
Ian
for the
Hamilton
Yankees,
gets the call from the pen.
number 71.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, Bichette. There's a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Next offering is in for a strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
And ball 1. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And that is that. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And we're back, bottom of the 7th, and stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. And that one fouled off.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Late swing fouled off. The shortstop takes the ball. Line drive, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch you could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That's all for Jose Barrios, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
New
Toronto.
pitcher on now, Brendan Little.
Number 54.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And here's the catcher. There's the strike, 95 of that one. Holding on to a one-run lead here at the bottom of the seventh. Now 1-1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Just off the outside edge. In the air, left field, down the line, makes the grab, and there's one down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever to come into the ball game and
fielder,
get the first hitter he
24,
faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
And next for New York, Jason Dominguez.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And that is out of play. Volpe, the base runner at first with one out. Step off, throw to first, and he's back in safely. Fought off foul. Ground ball right side, could be two. There's one. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. Eighth inning coming up. Blue Jays 2 and the Yankees 1. We go to the eighth. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. Movement in the Yankees pen. Tyler Matzik getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Cruz getting loose as well. Outside low. 2 balls, no strikes.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
That's a ball.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
4 pitches. That's an easy walk, man. He could have walked me right there, Boog. The last one wasn't even close.
Here's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And that drops in for a strike.
That's down.
There goes the runner. Lined into right. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
The right fielder, number 4, George Springer.
And the batter is George Springer. 1 for 3. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball 1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Ball, no.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
And that one is downstairs. And that's ball 3. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Swing and a foul out of play. Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 3-2.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Got him. 2 down.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
That one fouled off. Good job to fight that one off. Foul ball, still 0-2. Two outs. Pitch misses, and the count is 1-2. On the ground to third. They take the force out, and that'll do it. Blue Jays held in check as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Chad Green.
Now pitching for Toronto.
Well, 1-run game
57.
now. Pablo Reyes.
Chad Green.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. Movement in the bullpen. Jeff Hoffman, the closer, is getting loose. Pitch misses, and the count is 2-0.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes, no free passes. You can't allow that.
Next offering upstairs. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And the tying run is on base.
You know, Boog, it's been said these guys are savages in the box. You can see it right there with such tight plate discipline.
Ben Rice now at the plate. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. It's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Misses outside, 1-1.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
With the tying run on at first, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight.
Stood absolutely no chance on that slider right there. And I don't mean to laugh, but that's a tough one. I mean, pretty much a perfect strikeout pitch. I mean, it looks like a fastball middle in. Kind of has cutter action, and it just bunches you up to where you can't get your hands through and the barrel to it. And not much you can do unless you recognize the spin early and you spit on it.
It's Aaron Judge now. Right through there for a strike. On the ground, a short, could be 2. There's 1. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of it.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Just off the outside edge. And this one is off and running. Ground ball right side. He takes it on his own. And the first out of the game is an easy one. And let's take a look at the lineup. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like it could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the box now. No balls and a strike. Into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. At 110 miles per hour on the exit velo, that thing was screaming, and that's some serious bat speed to generate contact like that, and no doubt a higher launch angle sends that thing out of here easily.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. A little bit low. And 1-1.
1-1.
Man at first, 1 away. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Hauls it in, 2 away.
Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 4, George Springer.
Here's George Springer. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Guerrero leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Here's the 0-2.
Ball.
In the dirt.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a ball and 2 strikes. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Had him way out front of the slur. 1 left for Toronto. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back now in the Bronx. Getting the nod in this one, Jose Barrios.
The primary pitch is an outstanding sinker. It's hard to pick up out of the hand, but in the last few feet really has arm side movement. Tough pitch for hitters to get the barrel of the bat on.
Now up as the Yankees
Leading up
DH,
for
Ben
the
Rice.
Yankees, the
He's hitting
designated
for
hitter.
that pop.
Ben.
Came out of the gates really strong.
First
Ball.
pitch doesn't find a zone. That one
No,
missing
that's the ball.
inside.
I think it's very important to establish the inside part of the plate early. It sets the tone for the rest of the game.
Two-0. Pulls that one foul. Fouls one off. 2-2. That one the other way, and foul ball. And it remains 2-2. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
Well, even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. Plus, it gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see more from the pitcher. Not the result he wanted, but that's still a good at-bat.
Aaron Judge at the plate.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Ball.
Outside low, 1-0.
Judge enjoyed success at the major league level right away. He hit 52 home runs as a rookie, breaking Mark McGwire's record, and became the first Yankee to win Rookie of the Year since some guy named Derek Jeter.
Splits the plate. That's strike one.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
A little out front there as he swings
1-2.
through it. Swung out, belted. Deep. That one way back there. And that one's going to land not so much here, but here. A massive home run. And they jump out front. It's 1-0.
The sun rises and Aaron Judge hits a home run. That's a pretty normal day in the world of baseball. So many times the sinker inside is a foul ball off the ankle for the batter. But that time he did a really nice job of staying inside the pitch and getting through it.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here comes Cody Bellinger. First pitch misses.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 2.
Just missed with a good breaking ball in, looking for that hitter to chase and perhaps get some weak contact or a swing and miss. Good job on both sides.
And that one ripped to left, and foul ball. Swings and misses. 2-2.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
And there's the ball.
That's the ball. Full count.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
Batting fourth, the first baseman.
So man aboard, Paul Goldschmidt stepping in now for the Yankees. Barrios a check to first.
He's safe.
Bellinger goes. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Great jump. And that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. Missed with a changeup, and the count even 1-1.
One strike.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. 1 out and a runner at second. Next pitch is outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ground ball to the right side. And he handles it himself for the out. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. That just misses. Ball 1.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Bellinger on third with 2 out. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Roden settles under it. Makes the catch. And the inning is over. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, and now the catcher comes up to him. Alejandro Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Carrasco back to work. Right through there for a strike.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
That's to third. On to first.
That's an out.
Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting 6, the left fielder, Alan Roden.
And stepping in, the rookie left fielder, Alan Roden.
Ball.
Pitch
Ball
misses
2,
there,
down.
and now 2-0. Clyde Washington with home plate duties in this one.
A little bit of a low zone boot from Clyde. Nothing crazy, though. Pitchers that work consistently down around the knees and are able to command their off-speed stuff tend to have some pretty good success with him back there behind the plate.
This to third. To first. Out. And a couple of quick outs.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Bellinger makes the grab, and that'll do it. So they make short work of him there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. Yankees 1 and the Jays nothing. Back at Yankee Stadium. Now it's going to be Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Volpe.
Check swing, called strike.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Just missed.
2-1.
That one fouled off. 2-2. At the belt and fires. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Not in time. An infield knock to start the inning.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
And here's the rookie catcher. And that's in for a strike. Volpe gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Ball 1.
And strike 2. In the air, right side. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. The 1-2. To the right side, Wagner. Over to Bichette. To first, double play. Nicely done.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
And up next for New York, Jason Dominguez. Up the middle, Jimenez. Handles, throws to first. That's out number 3. One hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We played 2 full. Yankees 1 and the Jays nothing. On to the 3rd inning. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Clement getting to start at the hot corner, 28 years old. And he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2017. In there at the knees. That's strike 1.
That's excellent location on the fastball right there early in this game. If he can do that all game, should be a good outing for him.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Set down on strikes. Fastball at the letters, frozen for strike 3.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And the batter now, Nathan Lucas. In there for strike 1. One down, base is empty. Foul ball there. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play, and that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch, and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
So the lineup flips over. Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. He's 0 for 1.
Check swing, called strike.
Two outs, base is empty. Next pitch is outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right side. Chisholm tosses to first, and Bichette is retired. And the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back at Yankee Stadium, Pablo Reyes stands in.
The third baseman, Pablo Reyes.
And there's a foul ball. Out in front and foul to the left side. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Kirk to first. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Didn't look to me like he got a great handle on the ball as it came out of his hand. Cold nights, not really fun to play in, and it makes it tough to hit as well. Makes it tough to throw, and might have played a factor right there.
Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Ben Rice. Led off the game with a strikeout. That one drilled left field. Roden puts it away for the out. 1 down.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Here comes Aaron Judge. He's already homered in this game.
You know, Boo, Judge is one of those guys that leaves his mark on everything he does. Yes, he's great at baseball, but he's also known for working with charities and in his community. He's a special human, no doubt about that.
Judge rips that one way back there. Oh, you are a star, aren't you? Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 3-0.
Well, he did a really nice job of letting that ball travel. Wasn't too quick. He kept the shoulder square to home plate, which allows you to drive the ball to the opposite field with power. We see the power and the authority, and fortunately, he was lucky enough to keep it fair.
Here comes Belly to take his cuts. Tap foul at the plate. Fastball for a strike. And the count is 0-2.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Now batting, the first baseman.
2 down, base is empty. Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. He's 0 for 1. That missed by a lot, and that's ball 1. And that one in the air center field. Lucas gets under it. Hauls it in to end the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's now 3-0. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back in New York,
Leading
on to the
off
fourth.
the
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Guerrero
This guy
Jr.
makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate, and there's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently. Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, second baseman
Andres Jimenez will hit next. Fly to right his first time. Ground ball left side, could be two. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Well, Boog, it can be tough to get a good grip on the
right
baseball
fielder,
when it's cold outside, and that's definitely the case right now here in the ballpark. Could have been something else, but I definitely know that feeling when your fingertips are numb and you really can't feel the baseball.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. This to center field. Bellinger in a full sprint. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And he makes it up to third with one away. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Grounded out his first time. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. In there safely. And he'll move up to second, no problem. Should be a pass ball, and that takes away the double play. Yankees up by 3. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Bellinger makes the grab. Runner tags from third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score, and it's now a 2-run game.
There you go. Nice little RBI there. It's a great at bat. Got the job done.
So 2 down now, and here is Alan Roden. Grounded out his first time up. A changeup missing. Ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
This one in the air center field. Bellinger pulls that one down, and that's the third out. 1 run, 1 hit, a couple of errors, and 1 left. We're midway in the 4th. Yankees 3 and the Blue Jays 1. Bottom of the inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Chisholm Jr.
Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in 1 game.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Boom goes the dynamite. He flexes his power with that swing. It's 4-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And now Anthony Volpe reached on an infield single his first time. To the right side, Jimenez sends it to first. 1 away. That ground ball may have him back on track
now
after the homer.
Number 25.
Here's the Yankees catcher now. He hit into a double play his first time up.
So I went into the game. I happened to hit 2. When I walked into the store the next day, and he looked at me, he said, "You're trying to put me out of business, aren't you?" And that was a great experience that I had as a rookie playing against the Yankees, playing in New York.
And that one fouled off. So did Super Joe give you 2 suits?
Super Joe hooked me up with 2 suits.
1 down, base is empty. He swings and hits a fly ball, center field. And it falls.
The left fielder, number 24, Jason Dominguez.
1 gone, runner at first. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Jason Dominguez. Barrios a check to first. And he's back in there. Grounded out his first time. That one is absolutely belted. Lucas going back. Gone! Big Dog's got to eat. It's their 2nd home run of the inning. It's 6-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the ditch. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. That's all for Jose Barrios, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. New pitcher now for the Jays, number 68.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Pablo Reyes, the next to hit, reached on a drop, 3rd strike his first time. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. Fouled off left side. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Popped up. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Ben Rice.
So the batting order turns over. Stepping in, Ben Rice. And that's in there for strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. 2 gone, base is empty, but 3 runs across. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. On the ground to first, and that's just foul. 0-2 now. In the air, right field. And George makes the grab, and that's the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Ready now for the 5th inning. And now the first baseman, Will Wagner.
Will Wagner.
Carrasco back to work.
No.
And that misses. And that is ball 1.
Well, these Blue Jays just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
That one missed.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Next pitch downstairs, and it's 3-2. Out towards right center field. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Ernie Clement.
So up next, Ernie Clement. Caught looking his first time up. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
One out, bases empty. Next pitch is downstairs.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Ball.
Popped up, middle of the diamond. Goldie under it. Squeezes it. 2 away down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Nathan Lucas.
2 outs, bases empty. Here's the center fielder, Nathan Lucas.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
And a fastball in there for a strike at 91.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Down in order go the Blue Jays. They trail it 6-1. Back in the Bronx, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge.
Judge.
That pitch gets the corner. Strike 1.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Hard hit, right side. Takes it himself, out. And that's the first out in the bottom of the
center
fifth.
Fielder, number 35, Cody Bellinger.
And here comes Bellinger.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Well, Siggy, this is a guy that grew up in big league clubhouses, and it's something that you see throughout the game. Sons whose fathers also played the majors. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Yeah, and beyond that, all the other men in those clubhouses that sort of take you under their wing as a son or a nephew and show you some of the tricks of the trade. It's just invaluable, that type of experience.
Comes a 2-2.
Full count.
Bases empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Got him looking. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he locked him up with the cutter on the outside right there, and I got to think he was looking middle in because he just couldn't pull the trigger. And you know, with 2 strikes, fastball coming in, you've got to be ready to swing it. That time it cut to the outside part of the plate, and he just couldn't pull the trigger.
2 down, bases empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Paul Goldschmidt. That's in there. 0-1.
0-1.
Out towards left center. Roden under it. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that is that. All set for the start of the inning. And the batter will be the shortstop, Bichette. Bichette measures 6 feet even, 27 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016. On the ground, right side. Gets it to first.
He's out.
1 up, 1 down.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. He's 2 for 2. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
No.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. Out to short, Volpe. Throws to first in time, and Guerrero is set down.
The batter, the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Now at the plate, Andres Jimenez. 0 for 2 in this one.
Let's go, Yankees.
And first offering is fouled off. Hit in the air, left field. Dominguez coming on. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Nothing across here this half. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6. And the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. Yankees 6 and the Blue Jays 1. Back here in New York, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton in the booth. And leading off the bottom of the 6th, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jimmy Garcia, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Rodriguez also getting ready. Up and in, and it's 2-0. And that one hit to first, and foul ball. That one drifts inside. This ball's chopped on the ground. Jimenez throws to first. He's out. There to beat him by an eyelash.
Showing us right there why he's considered one of the best middle infielders in the sport. That's always a tough play going up the middle on the backhand. But what really made this play happen was that quick release, smooth exchange, and that was as smooth as it gets. And it had to be with the wheels going down the line.
Next to hit, Anthony Volpe. One down, base is empty. In for a strike. Went with the sweeper. Next offering popped in the air, right field. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, number 25.
Here's the Yankees catcher now. 1 for 2. clips a corner. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And the sweeper is off the plate. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So the Yanks go in order. They lead it, though, 6-1. Back for more from the Bronx. Here's George Springer to start it off.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
He swings and fouls one off.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And right back to the mound. Over to first. Out. That's the first out at the top of the 7th. Here's the catcher to hit, Alejandro Kirk.
Let's go Yankees!
That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Now, just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Ball.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2.
That fastball, even though it's up, that's the velocity you want to go after. Low 90s, a lot better than trying to hit the high 90s.
And that's a little high.
2-2.
That misses the zone. Counts full, 3-2. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one down the line, and it goes just foul.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch.
Ouch, that one got him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Alan Roden next up for the Blue Jays. Fastball for a strike. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Ian Hamilton getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Matzik, the lefty, warming up as well. Kirk leads off first with 1 away. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Ball 1 there. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
The first baseman, number
Will
7,
Wagner next up for the Blue Jays.
Wagner.
To the right side, and that chance handled. Fires over to first.
He's out.
And that is the inning. Blue Jays held in check. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1.
Now pitching for
We're
Toronto.
back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Jimmy Garcia.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put
Leading
that out of his mind.
Yankees,
Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Dominguez up for the third time and takes ball one.
1 ball, no strikes.
Stay hot up there.
That misses the zone. Ball 2.
2-0.
Upstairs.
Come on, Yankees. Steer ride.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Roden sizes this one up, makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting, the third baseman, Pablo.
And here is Pablo Reyes.
Come on, New York.
There's the strike.
Let's go, Bombers.
Swing and a miss. And that is
No
strike
ball.
2.
2 strikes. Come on, New York.
Just
that's a ball.
missed.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next
Ball 2.
offering upstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Ground ball up the middle. Jimenez throws to first
That's
in
an out.
time.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Ben Rice.
2 outs, base is empty. Ben Rice digs in now. 0 for 3 in this one. Swinging a foul straight back. And now it's
1-1.
even up. That one pushed to the left and foul. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Down in order go the Yankees. They still lead it though, 6-1.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Yankees,
back, and a new arm on the mound to start
Number
the 8th.
71.
Ian Hamilton.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing
Hamilton.
strikes, attacking these hitters.
Ernie
Leading off
Clement
for
getting
Toronto,
ready to
the third
hit.
baseman, Ernie Clement.
And the first
1-0.
offering is not close. Lifted in the air, right center field. Judge getting an angle on it. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the center fielder,
Nathan Lucas. Next up for the Blue Jays, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that's in there for a strike. Little slider that finds the mark. Action in the pen down there. Mark Leiter Jr. preparing to come on if needed. The Yanks leading by 5, and we're in the top of the 8th. Just missed. That one to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Bo.
Now here is Bo Bichette. 0 for 3 with 3 groundouts. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss.
Well, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Let's go, Yankees.
That's too low. And it's 1-2.
1-2.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Now pitching for
Back
the Blue
now,
Jays.
new pitcher on the mound as we roll into
Number
the bottom of the
29.
8th. Yariel Rodriguez.
Yariel.
Well, they need someone to stop the
Rodriguez.
bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Here is Aaron
for the
Judge.
Yankees, the right
He's a
fielder,
guy who
Aaron
does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. First
Outside
pitch,
ball.
and he just misses.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Next offering is in for a strike. Ripped on a line. Pulls up on it, and that's a base hit.
The center fielder, number
So a man
35,
at first. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. Swung out, belted. Deep. That one went back there. And that one's going to land not so much here, but here. A 2-run shot. 3rd home run of the season, and they add a pair. It's 8-1. Singy, that's his 199th career home run.
Well, 200 homers is an exciting number for anyone to get to. He's got to be looking forward to that next one a lot.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation in the ball down the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. And a foul ball. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Lucas sizing this one up, makes the grab, 1 down.
Now batting, the second baseman,
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. That missed
1-0.
inside, and it's 1-0. Just
Ball, no.
missed. And that's in the dirt. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
And that one is lifted in the air, and that is Springer. He's there. He's got it. 2 down.
The batter, number 11, shortstop,
Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 3. And first offering is fouled off. And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. Last chance coming up for the Blue Jays. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
The next pitch misses, and the count 1-2. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
Zips it across, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Now batting, the second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Now it's the second baseman, Andres Jimenez. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Foul ball.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, Boog. And
Big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too,
1-1.
because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large. The Blue Jays with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the 9th. And a good eye there.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
Got him looking for the strikeout. And they're down to their last out.
No, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Springer stands in now and watches strike 1. That one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Popped up. Goldie has this one sized up. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees take this one in a blowout.
Clearly the bats came to play today, and the pitching and defense as well. We saw some outstanding plays, great performances all the way around. Just one run allowed. They never gave the other side a chance.
And this one finishes with a final of 8-1.